In Tifton recently, citrus growers gathered for their annual conference, a time of fellowship and education, as growers and experts work to lay the groundwork that will help keep the industry a thriving one in the state for years to come.
So it's our seventh conference, and we have speakers from California, Florida, of course Georgia, coming to talk about the future of citrus, the citrus industry in Georgia. Previously during our conferences we've talked about, growing the industry, and we've kind of surpassed that mark. We know we're growing and we continue to grow, so now we're just looking to the future about what we can do about diseases and the prevention of the spread of diseases and pests and so forth. So we're kind of laying the groundwork for what do we need to do next.
In the last several years, the state's citrus industry has seen a huge interest in growth. Today, Savelle says growth has slowed a bit, but says the industry is continuing to flourish with new varieties starting to be grown.
Georgia primarily, when we first began this industry in 13, 14, 15, it was primarily satsumas. And what we realized is that we were saturating with a 2-month window of citrus in Georgia. We needed to flatten that curve out and plant something that come in earlier and something that would come in later. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing now that there's about 67% citrus satsumas in Georgia, which is good. We're seeing growth in plantings of tangos and shiranui and grapefruit and other mandarins as well. So that's where we're headed.
However, with that growth comes concern, as the threat of disease still looms, such as citrus greening, a disease that has devastated Florida's citrus industry and is a disease producers in Georgia are desperate to prevent.
HLB, I think that is a $1 billion problem to have. B with billion with a B. So as you see in the Florida citrus industry, their production has gone down almost 80%. So HLB, it takes a couple of years, but it can completely kill the tree. As it is a bacterial disease, it clog up all the plant conduit where the nutrient flows from one part to other. So it can really kill the entire tree, and your fruit quality will be deteriorated, and the overall plant health will be deteriorated. So eventually the plant would die in a couple of years. So it is really serious, and as I said, it is transmitted by insects. So once you have one plant in the groove, if you do not manage the seedlings and also do not uproot that tree, it can eventually take off the entire groove, whatever many acres you have.
Reporting in Tifton for the Farm Monitor, I'm John Holcomb.